Hello there.
Hello there and welcome back to the channel today, guys. We have another 4K review today, guys, and I enjoy reviewing these. I know it's probably been done before for this film or like many films in general that I'll be doing the 4Ks, but I just like to do them. I enjoy them. I've been collecting them for the last year ever since my dad purchased the 4K player and 4K TV. I've always wanted these, and I guess we're gonna have two perspectives from this because I originally watched it on my Sony Bravia 60-inch 4K TV, and then I rewatched it a couple days ago on at a family member's house. We watched it on the Samsung QLED 65-inch TV. But yeah, if you haven't seen the title already, reviewing Marvel's The Avengers 4K Ultra HD version, and I'm just gonna be reviewing the 4K transfer, not the movie in general. I want to save that for a later date, but yeah, just reviewing the 4K in general, the quality, what it's like, is it worth it, the upgrade from the Blu-ray, and just a quick summary. This is probably one of my favorite 4K transfers ever, and I think it's one of the best ever made. And yes, you may think, oh, wow, that's a big call out there from you, Ellie, but yeah, in my opinion, it is one of the best 4K transfers ever made, and it's a 2012 film, and it trumps most of the newer 4Ks that even come out for like the latest films in cinemas. Like I remember getting the Godzilla King of the Monsters 4K last year. Brilliant hardcover case as well, and the 4K transfer was somewhat underwhelming. Like it wasn't vibrant, the lifelike more colors. I didn't see much of a difference from the clarity of the Blu-ray to the 4K. It seems like they just wanted to pump out and get the movie in 4K completely out, and I didn't notice much of a difference. But seeing the transfer of Marvel's The Avengers from the Blu-ray to 4K is absolutely outstanding. I mean, it's really noticeable, and I remember purchasing this on 4K straight away and putting it into the disc, and I went straight to one scene, and the scene I went to I'll discuss later. But from an audio perspective, the Dolby Atmos and DTS audio, I believe, is fantastic. It's really immersive, and I had a few issues with the Samsung QLED because my family member that I watched the film at did not have like a surround sound or bar system. Not everyone is going to have that. They do cost a lot, and I'm blessed to have one here at home. It's only a small mini system, and the surround sound does help when you have the actual sound bars and everything. It does help, and it's really immersive with it. But from a normal TV's perspective, I found myself turning the volume up and down at certain scenes. I know the more action heavy sequences tend to the audio levels tend to elevate way more, and there's more gain to them than just the normal talking. And I found myself turning down the volume when it came to normal talking. Oh no, sorry, when it came to the action sequences, and then sort of turning it back up for the sort of normal dialogue scenes. But yeah, from an action point of view, and when the action scenes do kick in, and just normal clarity on screen, it's crystal clear. Like the transfer is completely amazing. You obviously, as I said before, you see the details with the makeup, and especially the character that stands out the most with the 4K transfer is probably the Hulk. And as I reiterated before, the scene I was going to talk about, the money shot where you have the 360 panning shot and the Avengers theme playing of our characters, Black Widow loading her gun and the Hulk screaming, and then cuts away to the Tatari just yelling in anger. That is fantastic in 4K. It is completely immersive. And I remember, like, just another perspective, when I watched it at my family member's house, my uncle's, the other day with my little cousins. I showed him a sneak preview, and I straight away cut to that scene and showed him, it was because they recently got a PS5, so they had the 4K player, and they've never had it before. So I'm like, let me show you what it's like, and then if you like it, we'll watch it later. And then my uncle was like, wow, Ellie, that is crystal clear. And I remember he was seeing that scene, and it really stands out. Another scene that particularly stands out as well is, I think, this scene in Germany where Loki infiltrates sort of the ball, and then Captain America comes in, and then Iron Man comes in with his AC/DC movie. That music, that's a scene that stands out really well. In general, the Hulk scene as well, in the Shield warship. I can't remember what it's called. The warship, like the big flying thing in the sky. That stands out in 4K really well as well. It's crystal clear. But as I read it before, my favorite thing, the Hulk is amazing in 4K. Just the little details on his arms, the little like sort of black freckles and just the debris. It really stands out really well. And there's a few drawbacks of the 4K, or I don't know if this is just a not a testament, but it's got to do with the film being a bit dated. Some of the green screen does stick out a bit more in the 4K, especially in the third act where you have our villains, main characters, the Tatari, sort of on this speeder chase as well. The green screen does stick out a couple times, and it is really noticeable at points as well. And I think the 4K, because it's so clear, I think it makes it stand out a bit more. But yeah, I've said this a lot with my 4K videos and reviews. It's always gonna be like really clear, but in terms of the Avengers, it just stands out the most. And it's a thing that I love about the 4K transfer with the Avengers film as well, is the aspect ratio. You don't have the black sidebars that sort of condenses the screen. I know that's basically every film you watch on your TV. It's always going to have the black sidebars, but I've always been a fan of the bigger aspect ratio. It's just more immersive, and I like the cinema experience. And the Avengers film is all the full screen of the TV, and I love that. And it's just, for me, it's more immersive. I get more out of the 4K, so that's definitely a reason to purchase it as well, because of that full aspect ratio you get. You don't get the sidebars, because I remember the 4Ks, which I'm gonna do with the Transformers series as well soon, and they have the black sidebars, and it looks like all the robotic action sequences, they look crystal clear, but I'm just like, I would have loved to have the full aspect ratio, but obviously it's the way it's shot. But the benefit with the Avengers is that you get the full aspect ratio, and especially the third act is fantastic to watch in 4K. And yeah, as I said before, everything just looks so much clearer and lifelike, and that's the best way to describe it. But yeah, if I was to give a ranking for the Avengers 4K transfer, guys, I'd give the Avengers 4K transfer the rank of Jedi Master. Yes, indeed I have. He is one of the best 4K transfers out there. I know there is green screen issues, and like, it does stand out, but I think that's just got to do with how the film's aged over time. You know, it's not the technology as it was in 2012. It's obviously gotten better now, and it was like a really eventful blockbuster film, and I guess they were still experimenting within the Marvel universe as well, and obviously it's gotten better now. But yeah, the transfer on 4K is amazing. It's definitely worth the buy. And yeah, stay tuned for a big announcement actually coming soon, guys. I'm gonna have a video separate for the channel. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the review, guys. It's been your boy Ellie Moses, and as always, take care. Peace.